Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we are diving into Prince Harry at Christmas. Let's see what's going on around him. There's he's kind of been laying low, I think. I haven't seen many physical appearances of him lately, like in the last 7 to 10 days or so, I guess. So who knows where he's hiding and what he's doing. He's certainly not in Montecito. We know that. And we know that they put out the most incredibly fake Christmas photo of the two of them with their children, their fake children running towards them. So it was either created in AI or it's somebody else's children, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. We're just playing with pretty cards and telling stories, right? That's all we're doing here. So, yeah, the photo has been analyzed to death. And if you haven't seen it, just, Google it. You'll be able to find it. It is quite funny how many people of the Sussex squad are all like, oh my God, they're the most wonderful, loving, kind parents. Really? Really? Harry is a great father? Where's he been? He hasn't been home in 3 months. We know that. We know that, absolutely. And I think we all agree at this point now, these children don't exist. And they're just trolling the world with them. There is something very, very weird going on within the entire institution. You've got children that nobody's met, nobody's seen, nobody's met in the line of succession. So I think a lot will come out in the coming years about this, because there will come a point when they're going to have to produce some children that look like them, at least look like somebody. Like, I would say that Prince George doesn't really look like his parents, but he looks like a Middleton, that's for sure. And he looks like a Spencer, a good combination of Spencer Middleton genes right there, even though he doesn't really look that much like his parents. Even look at Princess Charlotte. She looks exactly like the Queen, that as a young girl. So it's you can see some genetics hard at work there. But with these kids, so there'll be no reason for him to be in Montecito pretending to be under the Christmas tree. And I have said repeatedly, because the cards keep telling me that we're going to hear something about them. There's going to be some movement in February, the end of February, like the last 10 days of February. So we'll see. I'm keeping an eye. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to pull some cards and see what the energy is and see what's going on around Harry. What's he doing? Where's he going to be? This is just tell me about Harry. So we have the Five of Canes. He's definitely changed his feelings about what he does. Like, he's changed tack. So I think he's definitely walked away from that whole Montecito nonsense thing. I mean, he can't go public and say, oh, it was all fake, but it'll come out. And he's definitely changed what he's doing. We know that they made that big stupid statement about, like, oh, we're going to take a twin track approach to our professional lives. Okay, he never had a professional life. He's a professional royal. That's all he knows how to do. That's all he knows what to be. Like, he doesn't know how to be anything else, which is why everything that they tried to do in California just failed so abysmally. Like, they've actually produced nothing. They've got lots of ideas, they start lots of things, but they never actually see something through to the end. Just take this jam thing. Strawberries don't grow in an orchard. Let's just start there. So this American Riviera orchard thing, like, I we have a garden. We grow for food in my garden. I can assure you strawberries don't grow in an orchard. So there's that. But there they started it, but didn't actually have all the ducks lined up before they could actually really legitimately do it. They wanted it out there. They wanted some glory. And then it just turned out there's actually nothing. So, right? So he's gone on a whole other direction. I believe he is trying to return to the royal family and return to royal life. But he has to get through all the naysayers within the family in order to do that. And I have said on other videos that I believe he will be with them at Christmas. And what they're going to do they're going to rehab his image in a couple of years. They'll trot him out for the Christmas pap walk to the church on Christmas in Scotland. And then they'll test the waters there. They'll be like, how did the public react to him just simply being part of the family? Not even having a role, but just being, a son of the king. How did the paparazzi, how did the public, how did the media react to that? And then they'll make their moves from there. But he's got a big apology tour to go on. But this also lets us know, I'm going to look up the timing of this card. The 5 of Canes is the 5 of Wands. And this also really lets us know that there's some strife. There's competition. There's a lot of challenges and conflict in his life. And I can see that, like arguments, there's an internal struggle that he's going through. I think that this is going to be a long process for him to realize that everybody was right. And he's made a massive mistake in his life. He has put himself in jeopardy. He's put the royal family in jeopardy. Not that anything's going to happen, but he really tried hard. And he really got on board with this like censorship thing, which is a violation, I believe, of the First Amendment of America. That is foreign interference, right? There's so many levels to this. There's a great chance that like these two are going to get caught in their scheme of trying to censor the American people and election interference as well. There's a whole lot of stuff going on here. So I think he's probably going through a huge internal struggle. There's a lot of battles for him. He feels like he's competing with his brother, which is so dumb because there's nothing to compete with. They have very different roles in life. So there's no competition unless you manufacture it in your mind, right? So he definitely is feeling a lot of internal struggle, but that's going to be internal and external for him because how does he get through the walls that his brother has put up? How does he get back into the fold? What can he do? He can't just keep flying around the world talking about climate change while flying in private jets around the world there's no way to make money doing that unless he's getting money for these appearances. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on there. That was a big long rant about one card for sure. What do we have here? Father Christmas, I believe, is the Hermit. Let me just look up my chart here. Yeah, the Hermit. He needs to be in isolation. So I don't think we're going to see anything of him over the next couple of weeks. He needs to be in isolation. He may be tucked away in Sandringham right now and, just licking his wounds and being hidden by the family. So this is some soul searching time for him. This is his time to really think about what he's done, who he is, what the rest of his life is going to look like. He's only 40. There's a big, long life ahead to contend with. And he better figure it out soon. So this will be time that he's taking. He's probably getting therapy. He's probably getting coaching from the courtiers and probably getting an earful from his father about like, listen, like enough is enough. Here's the plan. You're not in charge anymore. So yeah, that is definitely, and this card always points to, we're not going to do reversals today. This card always points to the month of August. So whenever this card comes up for somebody, the Hermit card, I will say what happened in August. And 100% of the time, whoever pulled that card or that I pulled that card for will be like, oh my God, that's when I found out XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Even I just had in the spring did a reading for a bunch of women. It was a Mother's Day event, read for them. And this card came out for one of the women. And I said, what happened in August? Like, what was the big event in August? And it was sort of afterwards that she sent me an email and she said, remember how I sat there saying like, There was nothing happened in August. Yeah, my nephew was born in August. So, there's always, it connects. Eventually we get there. And it's oftentimes people just don't remember. But this is definitely pointing to August. And we know that he left home in September. So there was a big something that happened in August of this year. And that's why he left. 8 of Wands. Ooh, he's feeling trapped. He's feeling trapped. And so far, no, I'm not seeing a lot of major stuff, even though we do have a major arcana here. So the 8 of Wands is definitely feeling blocks and obstacles. There's, and it's his actions that are causing the problem, right? This is not about his thoughts or his emotions. This is about his actions. What he is doing is causing all of his problems. So he should just do nothing for a little while and regroup. But it's happening fast. Like things are, things are coming at him really fast. Especially this Christmas card. I think he's somewhere in the world just trying to figure out how to get beyond this Christmas card, simply because he's got to know what people are saying. They say, oh, we don't watch the social media, we don't see what people say about us. Yeah, except you keep responding to what people say about you. So somebody, even if you are not watching it yourself and consuming it yourself, someone is in your life, and they're telling you. They're making you aware of things. So yeah, definitely take the blindfold off. Look at her. She's so loosely wrapped. She could just take the blindfold off, get out of here, right? He just has to make the clean break. We're looking to see if something shows us anything about how Christmas, like actually being with his family. Where will he be? That's what we're looking for. Our death card is about transformation. So I believe this is him really working hard to change what's happened. Can't change it, but maybe change what he's doing forward. He's trying to find a new plan, a new way of going through life. The death of something old, opening doors for something new. So this, again, I believe we're going to be pointing towards this marriage ending, cut ties, give it a few years, re-enter society, and re-enter the fold. So this card connects to October 23rd to November 22nd. So there's a lot of decisions that have been made over the last few months. Like he left in the middle of September and it's now December, Christmas time. He's made some decisions about his life and how he's moving forward. All of the stuff that's coming out about them, that's being pumped out, that's her. He's not doing anything. She's pumping everything out. These fake photos, all of it. And notice that they're never seen together. Yeah. Even in their own community, like their physical neighborhood, no one sees them. No one's seen the children, nothing, because they don't exist, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And of course, our Ace of Canes, a new journey, new start, fresh ideas, fresh concepts. He's really trying to use this Christmas season to return back and in a new way, in a way that he has to be a whole different person if he's going to survive in the royal family. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let me look at our timing. No timing here. So this is now, right now. This is when we have a card that doesn't have timing attached to it. It is today. This is happening right now. 5 of Gifts is our 5 of Pentacles. So he's going to see some financial changes. We've got the book deal that I think he's made 2 books out of 4 that he was supposed to make. So he's going to get penalized there. The Netflix series, complete flop. They'll get penalized there. They'll never get another Netflix deal. I like that, unless they, he does a documentary style thing where they follow his life around, like reality TV of Prince Harry. That will it. But he's really going to be feeling outside of everything. He's going to be feeling the financial changes. He could be feeling quite financially destitute, which, rich people problems, right? He gets massive inheritances. He's got a net worth. So this is a mind game for him, even though this is a Pentacles card. This is it's about his own self-perception of himself, Poor Harry. Poor Harry. Nobody loves Harry. Poor Harry. Well, yeah, you're the architect of your own misery, pal. Like, that's how it went. That you knew what you were doing when you sat down with Oprah. And we have the Knight of Gifts, which is the Knight of Pentacles. He's feeling like he's chomping at the bit for something. He's feeling like he really, really wants to just not have to do the work, but get to where he wants to be, to this like stable life of just the life he knows and the life he's comfortable with. There's also a transition of wealth, a transition of power kind of connected to this, which he will be feeling. I feel these two cards are very closely connected. But this is going to take some patience. He needs to get the ducks in a row before he can move forward back in as a royal. And who knows if they'll even allow that. I mean, his father might, but his brother like very likely won't at this time. He's going to have to do a lot of work to repair the damage that he's done. And this is about persistence and being proactive and being loyal. This is a very like, this is earthly. This is like, be loyal to the people who have got you where you are, you know, and that loyalty was broken and everybody knows it. And we're going to do a couple more. Our Nine of Gifts. I've always said that this is a Megan card because she thinks she's sitting pretty. She's got the world by the cha-chas and she's got it all. I don't see her. Interesting that so much has happened before we've got her here. She's going to be sitting at home alone, thinking about, you know, what can she do next to get Harry back? What can she do to get more attention, more likes, more clicks, more money, snuggling up to the billionaires, like whatever it is, she's just going to be sitting at home alone. There's no children and he's gone. So there we are. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And our final card, the King of Canes, he needs to master himself. He needs to master what he's doing. He needs to get control of himself. That's what's coming through quite strong right now, is he needs to get in control of himself. And you know, when you control yourself, you can control the swirling around you. So this really is letting me know he needs to get in control of himself. I'm not seeing anything about travel. I'm not seeing anything about returning. He may already be tucked away in Sandringham right now, waiting to eat his turkey dinner and be weighed. And let's see our final card here, the Chariot. He is flying around the world trying to find a place to have Christmas, to celebrate, because we know that South Africa might have been an option, except that his uncle, which is Princess Diana's brother, is going through apparently some nasty divorce. So yeah, that's off the table. And I think his children aren't speaking to him either. So, but this is, yeah, he's flying around the world trying to find a place to land. And if he's with the royal family right now, it's temporary. They're going to be like, okay, reprieve for a few days. And then you back to figuring out, you know, sort out your life. Right. But definitely it does look like he's flying somewhere. So he's probably flying to Scotland to go to Sandringham. It'll be very hush hush, very quiet, under the cloak of darkness kind of thing, to get him in and out of the country quietly so no one notices and nobody can make any, you know, reports of it or speculation. It's definitely, this is energy of wanting more and going after it. Like, I think he's kind of crossed the threshold of pity and feeling sorry for himself and licking his wounds, and now he's like looking to the new year and like, let's move forward in a positive way. So I think he's working hard to behind the scenes to try to get back to the family, while at the same time, even most recently, was just making a ding-dong of himself, talking about nonsense. So we'll see. He needs to get his head out of his backside, that's for sure. But there is some positive forward movement here. So we'll do another one a little closer to the big day to see what happens. But here's the energy right now a week out from Christmas, and we'll see what comes forward. We'll see what's in the news. We'll pay attention. Thank you, everyone. Have a magical day.